Hi everyone, I'm Grumpus. Thanks for tuning in to Grumpus on Fire. Well, tomorrow's Christmas. It means my family will be having Christmas dinner this evening. And in Texas, what's Christmas dinner without a big old hunk of beef? So I'll be doing a rib roast on the smoker. Stick around, I'll show you how I do it. Okay guys, today we're doing a standing rib roast. This comes in a little over 13 pounds. Going to keep it simple today. Going to put a little bit of avocado oil on it. Going to put some Montreal steak seasoning on it. I like this on a roast like this because it's got the big heavy particles. Gives a good crunch to the crust. And basically it's already been trimmed up, tied up. We're going to throw it on the pit. I'm going to try to hold the temperature somewhere around 250. If it runs up to 275, I'm not going to worry about it. This is the first time I've done one on the smoker. You know, I'm old school. We used to put them in the oven at a screaming 400 degrees and blast them that way. So we're going to slow cook this one. Probably bring it up to about, haven't decided yet, probably around 120. And if I've got the nerve, I'm going to try to put it over the open flame and put a good sear on it. I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But anyway, let's get this going. I'm not putting a lot of oil on it. You know, I generally don't put any kind of a binder on my meat, but this is a good coarse seasoning we're putting on there, so I'm thinking I might need it to get it to stick and stay on. And basically we're just going to put this on there and just wait it out. I'm guessing, I don't know, 5 hours, 4 hours. Rub it down real good. I'm going to cook it bone side down. Now the bones are still in it. The bones have not been cut away yet. I'll do that when we take it to the end after it's rested. Sometimes I like to leave a little meat on them bones for a snack for me later. I'm going to really put a good heavy layer on it. I started my fire today with B&B lump, oak lump, and we're going to keep firing the fire with, keep feeding it with some oak. I'm not going to mix any mesquite or any pecan or anything like that today. Straight up oak. Be fixing this for our Christmas dinner tonight. Kind of getting a late start, so we may have a late dinner. But I'm not going to tell anybody that yet. Because you know what I say, you can't rush it. Every animal's a little bit different. They're all going to cook a little bit different. Make sure we get these ends real good. I guess I'm out of camera range, but that's what I'm doing. I don't want to move my camera, my hands are all goopy. Goopy, that's a technical barbecue term. I think I got as much on the table as I got on the meat. You know, one of the heavy hitters in the YouTube barbecue community says if you don't get rub everywhere, you're not doing it right. Hope I did you proud, Justin, because I got stuff everywhere. Alright, well I think that's about got it. I'll let this sweat in just for a few minutes. We'll check my fire. It should be up to temp by now. I'll join you back when we put it on the pit. Alright, top rack is at 255. Let's put this on. Alright, we'll check that in an hour. Alright, we are at the 3.5 hour mark. The roast has hit 127 degrees. I cranked the temperature up to between 275 and 300 most of the afternoon. We had some clouds blow in. I was afraid I was going to get rained out, and I'm about to lose daylight, so We're going to go ahead and pull this roast off to the side. I've decided to go ahead and crank up the fire in the firebox, and I'm going to reverse sear this right over the coals. So wish me luck. I don't want to set this dude on fire. Alright, I am playing it a little safe. I don't want to get too close to the flames. So, I'm hearing sizzle, so it must be doing something. But it's just too big of a chunk of meat. I was afraid if I tried to drop my grate down lower and fish it in and out of the box, I was afraid I wouldn't be able to hang on to it. So, this here is going to work, I believe. Although looking at this side, I'm probably dragging more rub off than I'm gaining by searing it. I think I'm going to call that a job. Alright, so we'll take this in the house, loosely wrap it, let it rest for about an hour, and I'll get started with the rest of supper. I will see you inside. Alright y'all, at this point I'm going to have to apologize for the lack of audio. My microphone batteries died and I didn't realize it, so I'm going to go back and try to narrate over this and tell you what's going on, or try to remember what I said. But you know, we just removed the strings, and now I'm going to line up the bones and separate the bones from the meat. I don't worry too much about leaving a little meat on the bones because I like to have a snack. I like the bones the best. So here we're separating them. I'm going to put those off to the side, wrap them in some foil. I'll probably have those tomorrow. So now we're getting ready to take the money shot. Now look at the crust on that. Look how soft it is. This knife is going to flow through this like butter. Look at that. I mean, it's like cutting nothing. And look how moist we are inside. Maybe a little rare for some people, but I find I try to err on the rare side. It's easy enough to cook it a little farther if somebody wants an individual slice, cooked a little bit more. But this is the way we eat it at our house, and it looks perfect to us. Look how that meat pulls apart. Just gorgeous piece of meat. Of course, you know, I'm going to have to try a piece. You just won't get to hear me say ooh and ah and all that. But believe me, it's delicious. So we're not going to eat now for about another hour. So that's why I cut it where I cut it, right in the middle. And I can turn around and put that cap back on the side And if nobody's paying real close attention, they won't know I ever cut into it. So let me get this wrapped up and I'll be back for some closing thoughts. Well, it's not too often a piece of meat's going to leave me speechless, but wow, that roast came out perfect. Nice and medium rare in the center. That Montreal seasoning we put on the outside gave it just the crunch that it needed. I couldn't have asked for a better cook. Hey, let me take a minute to say, from my house to yours, have a very Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. We sure appreciate you tuning in to Grumpus on Fire. I'm Grumpus. I'll see you next year.